Hi, this is George Fourie from martialartsmedia.com, and in this video training I want to share with you a few tips to really consider if you're starting to run paid advertising, especially if you haven't run any paid ads before. Particularly, I'm going to base the concept here on Facebook ads. Now, when it comes to optimizing for things like Google, the logic still applies, but the framework here, I just want to apply this on Facebook ads. And the reason this came up is in our Martial Arts Media Academy program, we're running a bonus for our members over Christmas and New Year's, where we are helping our members structure a campaign, structuring a Facebook ad campaign and structuring campaigns for the new year. So we're working with our members to really get stuck in and venture into this world of paid advertising. So a few things have come up where I see a lot of people are getting stuck. So I wanted to share this training not just with our members but with everyone, because I felt that it's an obstacle that a lot of people run into, and I think if you focus down and you really simplify, then your chances of succeeding is a lot better. And the minute you're going to get some results, it's going to give you some confidence to run more ads, and it will keep you going. Because I know when you start running paid advertising, it can be very demotivating, right? Maybe you don't understand, you're not really tech orientated and you struggle with the technology part, and then you don't really know what you're doing. So you're trying to piece all these things together, and it can be really hard, really frustrating. And this is why a lot of people just give up and stop trying. So I want to give you a few simple things to look out for, what you should be doing first, what you should be doing last. Not so much what you should be doing last, but what you should really do first. And then you can go on and get all fancy with everything else, okay? But most people don't get to the fancy part because they try and get all fancy in the beginning, and then they lose money, their campaigns don't work, they get frustrated, and they move on. All right, so we want to turn that around here. I want to show you how you can get your campaigns up and running, get a result fast, and then move on and really start scaling your campaign. All right, so let's see how this works on the iPad. So I'm going to draw this out. So let's typically look at the whole process here. So let's just see if we really break it down to the simplicity of all this. All right, so we're obviously looking for, we got a prospect. We'll give him a average meh face. And ideally, obviously, we're working towards a student. Let's throw in a little kick there. All right, and a smiley face. Okay, cool. So the first thing we really got to get right is we got to start with who's the target. All right, so who's that? Who we're actually looking at? Who's the demographic? Who is going to see this ad? And it's important to have this linked up, right? Because you want to show the right ad to the right person at the right time, obviously as well. Right time for them, that the ad is actually applicable to them. So who's the target? And then we got to look at what's going to be the offer. All right, so let's just let's just do that for the offer. Okay, so what's going to be the offer? What is it that you've got your target. So you got the right target, and then we want to show them a offer that's going to be a message to market match for them. All right, and then what we got to put in front of them obviously is an ad. Okay, so we're going to have some ad copy. Okay, very neglected skill to learn, because writing copy can be a hard thing, and you gotta. The easiest thing to get it going is just think of simple language. Don't get fancy. Just think of simplicity. And then with Facebook, obviously, you're also going to have a bit of a picture. All right. So, and maybe we got our happy student in there doing his thing. All right. I know that's not going to be the best looking thing, but picture, and then we got a call to action. Right, what do we need these people to do? Okay, so and the call to action can be many things, right? It can be they just gotta leave a comment. I'll try and make it somebody that's a guy speaking, all right? Or we got a message. We can send them a message, and then obviously you can have your website link. You can maybe use the phone, etc. Okay, so you can use whatever to compensate for your call to action. Okay, but here's where I see people really get stuck: is they try and get fancy in all these little steps in the funnel. Okay, which means every little step here, every little column has a different obstacle that needs to be optimized that it can work. So what's going to be happening is you've got a lot of work to do, and your chances of success is going to be so slim because it's your first time that you're running an ad. Now you've got to get your targeting right. You've got to get the targeting right. You've got to get your offer right. You've got to get the ad copy right, the right image, and then which call to action. Like, which call to action are you going to use? Is it going to be, you're going to send them directly to your website? If it's not congruent with this offer here, then I definitely wouldn't do that. Are you going to send them to a landing page? Awesome. Was your landing page professionally designed with professional copy, with the right call to actions and conversion elements and all that in place? Awesome. Then you stand a chance. But at the end of the day, you've got to look at what's the lowest form of, what is the easiest thing for people to do, and how can you get your result the quickest? And the quickest way you're going to really get the result would be this part over here. Hang on, let me just draw this plot properly here. Is this section over here. Okay? Because if you can get the offer right, then all the hard work is done. Yes, it's got to go to the right target audience. Okay? Yes, you got to have the right copy. But if you can have awesome ad copy and the wrong offer, and it's not going to work. Or you can have the perfect call to action, but the offer is wrong, and it's not going to work. So yes, your targeting's got to be spot on, but you got to have an offer that converts. If the offer converts, everything else is going to work. Okay? So what if you break down and you just think of removing everything else, is what can you do to get a student to sign up and put the right offer in front of them and remove everything else? What's all the obstacles that's going to be in place? Because if you don't have an offer that converts, then you can have the best ad copy in the world, you can have the best landing page in the world, you can have all the tools, the call to actions, the bots that reply and do all the things for you, but you've never made a sale, but you're trying to implement a bot. So getting a sale online and making sure that your offer converts and people actually buy it, that's going to be the core part. So break it down further, then what can you do to actually facilitate that, right? Okay, well, you've got a offer that converts. Now, what do they need to do to get it? Well, they need to engage in a conversation. Your easiest way to get there is start a conversation. Conversation is going to lead to the conversion. So how can you get the conversation started? Because if you can get the conversation started, then you can lead to the conversion. And if that means you got to pick up the phone and talk to them and really get to understand their objections, their needs, their wants, and what it is that you were missing in your ad, then do that 5 or 10 times, because I can guarantee you the next time you create an ad, you are actually going to win, you're going to get results. All right, so I hope that helps. If you need help with your Facebook ad campaigns or your Google ads, and especially if you're running at the time of recording this, running into sort of a Christmas season, into January, which is a peak time here in Australia and New Zealand and most parts of the world, then leave me a message where you see this, where you watch this video, and we're happy to help. All right. Thanks a lot. Speak soon. Cheers.